his guests.
Poyle, listen. You need to keep your pet inside their tank. No, they need. Hold on. Can you tell Poyle to keep his pet in tank? There's someone at the door.
Okay.
Yes. Hello.
Remember, Hoya, you've got a EV.
Oh, we're with Child Protective Services.
Hi.
Yes, we're with Child Protective Services. We've come to check on your children.
Sure. Okay.
You got some Pokemon that'll mess up their
Hey, hon.
IV spread.
Hon, have you
Gotta
heard
keep a
anything?
close eye on your pet, okay?
Hon, have you heard anything about like a call from Child Protective Services at all?
No.
Yeah. Okay. I
Excuse
didn't think
me?
so.
There wasn't a call, but we are required to do routine checks on any household housing children.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, that makes sense considering,
Oh.
this used to be mainly magical girl neighborhood and such.
Yes, we had
Yeah.
a lot of cases we had to sort through, and we've finally gotten around to yours.
Yeah. Wait, is that the reason why
Oh.
there's those really super dangerous monster attacks? It's just simply like, oh, that makes so much sense. Like that's the reason why there's less kids that are stressed out and such like that, and becoming, terrible monsters.
Yeah.
Of course,
Hey,
there are also less children going out and fighting those monsters because that is dangerous and not advisable for children, and parents who allow their children to go out and do that sort of thing is not acceptable.
are you sure you're in the right country?
I object to this. It is acceptable.
Yes.
We are in Japan or Florida.
Yeah.
Yes,
you
I'm
aren't.
quite aware. I do work for the Child Protective Services, part of the government, for this location that we live in.
Okay. Oh yeah. Welcome to the house, I guess.
All right.
Welcome.
If you could show my companion here to the children's rooms so they can investigate for any dangerous materials, I will interview the children.
Well, the problem is that
Sure.
one of our children has been a little focused on their studies. We haven't had them being able to clean their room for a bit.
Make sure to write that down.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you want to go check their rooms, I guess.
Sure.
Poyle, did you remember to clean the fish tank? All right. Well,
We'll have to get that sorted
Poyle's
out
room
for
is in
you.
here.
Downstairs until we haven't organized the bedrooms upstairs yet.
Well, while my compatriot checks the room, tell me, are you happy?
Hun.
Do you like these two as your parents?
Seems a little suspicious.
Is there anything you dislike about them?
It's a little suspicious, yes.
Is there anything they do or make you do that you don't like? Have they ever forced you to do something you didn't enjoy at all? Have they ever hurt you in any way or put you in a dangerous situation?
Oh yeah, that's just the outfit he has for his maid job. It's a perfectly, totally legal, totally normal job of his. It's not.
How often do they hurt you or put you in dangerous
It's
situations?
not a sexual thing.
What?
People say
What?
that for some reason. I don't know why, but for some reason, people tend to think men cannot
Very
dress in women's
often.
clothing nowadays.
No?
Do you have a problem with that?
My gosh, it's 2019.
I see. Are you in possession of any dangerous items that one of your age should not be in possession of?
I'm extremely suspicious of these guys.
Have you ever used any recreational substances not meant for those of your age. Alcohol, drugs, things of that sort.
Maybe we use Show's room?
No, it'll yeet us out. Remember, Show set it up.
Hi, yes. Are you done with the,
Hello.
All right.
just be
Now-
aware. Just be aware, because you guys came in short notice. We haven't been able to like make sure that every room is taking into acknowledging the fact that we have visitors. We do have a
That's part
security
of the
system here.
point. Part of the point is that you don't have time to hide anything that we might need to find.
Oh.
No.
Oh,
Here,
no, we
okay.
just meant like cleaning up the place.
Well, no,
Like,
Hun.
yes.
No, Hun. No, I'm also talking about like, some rooms may not be designed to take into account they might have some extra visitors. You guys might be locked in somewhere because we try to keep this place as safe as you can for everyone living in here. So that means
Of
other
course.
yeah, we're still also some of these rooms we're still in the middle of design. That's why you can't get in some of them. You could
Of
go ahead and break
course.
it down, but just you take that up with the homeowners association if you want to do that.
Yes,
But
of course,
Yeah.
of course.
I've
Now, would anyone care to explain the uncontained fish?
it's a magic carp.
Poyo, Poyo.
It is a creature
say?
large enough to consume your child. It is not restrained in any way and is free to roam your child's room.
Are you
Yes,
aware
have
of what
you-
a Magikarp is?
I'm fully aware. They are fish.
Then
And as most...
This is not just a fish. It is a Pokemon, but also literally the most harmless Pokemon in existence.
Yet fish are capable of consuming pretty much anything that can fit in their mouth, and your child fits that description,
Pokemon are more intelligent than that.
including this one.
I mean, yeah.
Yes. It's more like
Sorry,
a
but we've
very dumb
trained it.
dog.
Hey,
Very
Hun,
well.
dogs are
Make
smart.
sure to write it down.
You should do your research on Pokemon next time. This is less a fish and more a dog. Like mentally.
Hmm. Let's go to the other child's room.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't suppose you guys want any kind of like water or anything like that.
We're on quite a busy schedule.
Okay.
Okay.
Stop trying to give them our stuff.
Well, so much for taking them to Show's room instead. Oh.
Is there an issue?
I was thinking that we just get.
No, I think we're good. Oh, actually, wait a minute. That's right. Our daughter here actually works part-time at a certain company, and
At
she
her
is old
age.
enough. She is old enough.
Oh.
There's circumstances
How
as
old
to
is
why
she?
she looks like this.
She's
Sorry, but she's not even a child. This is a different body. It's perfectly fine.
There were some magical
How-
circumstances that led to her being in this body.
Yes, how
Actually-
old is she?
Wait, actually, are you guys even aware what homunculus is?
Yes.
How old is she?
Okay, yeah, no.
Okay.
She's
20. She's 20.
No, she's
Bad.
not. She's like 16.
Shut up. Shut up.
If she were 20, she would not fall into our registry as a child, and at that point, it
She
would be
doesn't.
more a situation with taxing,
Ben,
because she
stop
would no longer
lying.
be eligible as a dependent.
She's 16.
Very well.
So she is working part-time. The reason why it's an issue is that she does bring some of her work home. However, some of that is company, like, classified as per company property. So
NDA stuff.
NDA stuff. So we can't just, like, show it to you.
Well,
Like, you will have to bring it up with the place she works.
the good news is that we also operate under an NDA. Anything we find of said nature, we are not allowed to talk about either. And believe me, the companies do not go above the government.
I'm not so sure about this one.
Yeah.
You know about the homeowners association, right?
Yes, and ours is greater than theirs. They protect the houses, we protect the children.
They're an international company. So it's not that we don't want you to do your job, but we don't want our child to get in trouble for something with her job.
If she comes across any such issues, please forward them to us, and we will deal with the company however we see fit if they try to do anything with our judgment.
Are you sure? Because I really don't want my child to lose her job. She's been working very hard, and I'm honestly very proud of her for her hard work and dedication.
As we are part of the government, we have very good lawyers, and if they were to attempt to do anything of the sort, they're fully aware we could give the company to your child.
I'm not sure if that will work with this particular company. Have you heard of Seroccos?
Yes, we're aware.
You know of the sort of like leverage they have even amongst governments, right?
Altina, come over here.
Yes, we know.
It's a similar company.
And they're not dumb enough to have us call them out on simple things like our jobs.
How much trouble would these guys get into?
Would you give our child a chance to go in there and hide the classified information before you go in?
What do you think? No.
Look, here's the thing.
I don't want my child getting in trouble with her job. I'm being very serious about this.
We're going to stick to whatever our child requests.
If there were any trouble, you could simply let us know, and we will deal with the company. If anything, it would give us an excuse to do it. They've been a thorn in our side for quite a while. I don't think Seroccos dumb enough to give us that excuse, though.
It's not Seroccos. She works at a different place. Should I tell them where it is and why it's an issue? Or do you want me to not?
Altina, it's all up to you. It's all up to you if you want this to be said. We're going to stick with whatever you're going to say, okay? Well, there's that then.
Actually, you know what? How about this? If I told you the name of the place, could you go to them and let them know about this issue, see if you can come to an agreement, and then come back to us and examine her room?
Most likely, we could simply call them from here.
Yes. Go. Yeah. I don't see any problem with that.
Be okay with that, Altina?
No, not even that.
No, they wouldn't be able to do even that.
Look, Altina. So it wouldn't be okay to simply tell them about this place for them to try to even contact them. Okay, I thought so. So yeah. So the place that Altina works for is referred to as the Black Workshop. Good luck in trying to get any contact with them.
My compatriot is already dialing them.
Oh. But we do wish to. It is a very serious job of hers, so we do want to make sure this is not going to be an issue for her.
Of course, and as I've already stated, if there were ever an issue, you could let us know, and we would tear the company apart if that's how we saw fit to deal with the situation. Or, if absolutely necessary, we could arrange for your daughter to have a job in the government with us.
That's understandable. Just, she's been working with him for a long time, and she values the job, so. And since she values it, I value it.
They just gave you the runaround? All right.
You might have to go visit them.
Unfortunately, as I've already stated, we aren't allowed to give you time to potentially hide anything that might be dangerous to your child.
At the same time, though, if she has classified information that she can't show anyone, then we don't want to do something that would, in trying to help her, unintentionally harm her.
How about this? My compatriot will go into the room with the child and will simply sit in a corner and observe as she hides the specifically confidential materials and not
That might
anything
be
of
too much.
particular.
She's saying
Because
no.
he would still see what the materials are, because they are of a nature where.
Get in there.
She said
Hey,
she's
hey,
not,
what
she's not in the
hey,
room.
hello? Hey. What are you doing here? She's not even, she is outside. Come on, out. Okay, what was that?
Excuse me?
She was out here.
She appeared to go into the room. We had to take action.
Yeah,
Sometimes, do you not know about this neighborhood? Sometimes people just blink in and out of existence
Son of a
here.
bitch.
Exactly, it just happened to you. This is just something that happens in this neighborhood.
That one has taken an object from the room.
What?
Object.
I'm sorry to say, but at this rate, it's not looking good, and we may have to take your child.
We're trying to keep our child's job security safe.
And we're simply trying to make sure that this is a safe environment that you're raising your child in, and if it isn't, we have to take them away.
Yeah, but you guys
Okay,
arrived without
look.
even calling us, so do you not realize this is already suspect?
Yeah. First off, where are your papers?
No, you can
Hon, we're not gonna be able to identify this ourselves.
Let me see. That should have been the first thing you showed us. I'm sorry, but
Yes,
that's very
well.
unprofessional.
As said,
Sorry.
we're on a very busy schedule. This neighborhood is a bit hectic to deal with, considering this sort of thing happens at just about every house, and it's honestly wearing on my nerves.
Then you should have been aware of and prepared for that sort of thing.
Do you guys even have protection against like magic and such?
I mean, clearly you don't, because the thing that the sort of thing where everyone just goes invisible just happened to you too.
At the point that we're at, it's all a political game. If anything were to happen to us, if we weren't to report back, then the government as a whole would get involved. There's very little that can be done to us that would not see major repercussions.
Alrighty, how about this? So there is no stopping you from getting into this room.
Not unless you want to willingly give up your child.
Okay, so how about
wait. So you're telling us that either we willingly give up our child, or we put our child's health at risk because we're going to destroy their NDA.
As stated, we have an NDA of our own. So long as the house passes all inspection, we don't say a word about anything that we find in the house to anyone outside of the house.
Sir,
we'd be out of our jobs if we did.
Sir, there are several people wanting to see anything suspicious in this house, just to get at me, just because of my connection to other people. Like, could you have at least brought in?
Do you think you're the only one, sir?
No, but could you have at least brought in something to give me some peace of mind, to be able to actually trust you? Because at this moment, I don't trust either of you. I trusted you.
We have our papers, and if need be, you can ask your neighbors who also have children. We've been going through the neighborhood house by house as best as we can, going through the papers. As stated, it is a shame it took us this long to get here. But it is also a very busy neighborhood where things of this nature happen just about every house, and you can understand why our work is delayed so often.
I mean, that does sound understandable, but there's been some weird things going on in this neighborhood as well, which...
You know what? How about this? The suggestion where you just stood in the room while you hid all your confidential stuff.
You wouldn't be familiar with someone, a group named Family of Fire, would you?
They're a corporation. They've been in the news. That's about all I know or care about. So long as they don't overstep any government issues, they're certainly not my problem. And even if they did, so long as it's not child-related, it is most certainly not my problem.
You are aware that most of the neighborhood around this street has been vacated because of them, right?
Yes, we're also aware that some of those were vacated because we asked them to, because it was a dangerous neighborhood for their children. We have not done so with you because we do know of your reputation. It does precede you to some degree.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on a second. How is this any more? I'm trying
This
to
is a dangerous
grasp.
neighborhood, but we are aware that of all the houses in this neighborhood, this one is the safest.
Are you one of those people who's campaigning against shutting down the magic school?
No. The
Are you
magic
sure
school
about
has done
that?
its part. No, the magic school has done its part. It has filled out all necessary forms with the government. While it is a dangerous line for children to study in, there are
How
plenty of
about
forms
this?
and permissions signed for that.
Okay. Are there some things in your room that will absolutely get you in trouble with your job if anyone sees them? Are there some things that they could see but you should still hide?
Hun,
How about this?
anything that
How about this? The most confidential stuff that no one can see, you can hide it in your own privacy, but only that stuff. After that, then he comes in and you can watch or hide the rest.
Hun, I don't think these guys are going to care at this point.
How about this? We will provide a shoebox. You can hide the most important confidential stuff in there. We will simply do a very basic scan to make sure there aren't any drugs or explosives in it. And then you can hide whatever else confidential.
Was that fair? You think you can go with that? Altina. I'm gonna let us go unless they get to see that room.
Do you at least have a business card I can hold on to after this?
Yes.
All right. Look,
this is the best offer I think we're gonna get.
Hun, look, we're standing by what she says. All right. What you've been saying is way too suspicious, way too unlike how this neighborhood's been like for all this time we've been here. This is way too different, way too unusual.
Compared to what? Magical girls running on power lines? Monsters running amok?
Actually, yes.
This sort of change just happening all of a sudden seems a little suspicious.
Yes.
So we would, at the very least, we would like to get, I don't know, maybe you could just go meet with the company our daughter works at. Get like a form or something so that we know for a fact she won't get in trouble.
Yet we can't leave here. Comrade, would you be able to run all the way to the company, get the paperwork, and come back while I stand here and make sure that no one enters the room?
I mean, like, look, we can pull out a bed for you to sleep and stuff while you wait for whenever this guy comes back.
We can do that.
Look, Ven, I know you don't want to be sharing your rice and such.
I can sleep outside.
Look, we'll just keep this guy's mind at peace. You can we've got an extra. I think we got an extra. Yeah, we have like an extra space for you to be sleeping in if you're gonna be waiting this entire time, because he's gonna be gone for a while.
I imagine, but the rules that our job operates by are quite strict, so I am going to have to stand right here until he comes back.
Let me at least get a bedroll for you. Hold on. Alrighty, here, let me roll this out on the floor here. Real quick. There you go. In case it takes a while, because...
Just try not to touch that door over there. Their person, my sister-in-law is really doesn't like people going in there. She's of age and such. She's a proper adult.
Do they cause any problems for the children if they were to enter the room?
No, not really.
No.
Then it's no problem of mine.
Yeah, my sister is just paranoid.
As long as that paranoia does not cause harm to these children or any children in the neighborhood,
Oh,
it is no
of course.
concern.
Of course.
Hmm.
She much like my daughter, she also happens to work in a field where there are some things that might be confidential, so no one is allowed in her room. Except for her.
I suppose that's
sorry.
acceptable. They are
I
dangerous
do-
items in the same household as the child. However, the children are not allowed in the room, so it will have to suffice.
I would like to apologize for this whole situation, but it is important that we make sure our daughter's career and livelihood is protected.
I would
And
say
she
more
does-
than anything,
course.
livelihood probably is the most important thing here.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. There's no real need to apologize. You have not delayed me any more than any other house on this block.
Wait, did you actually take that long to
Oh.
As stated, have you ever counted the number of magical girls and monsters in the neighborhood? Anytime you've encountered them?
Not really, no.
We have to sort through every single one that is underage.
Okay.
Right.
And the more visible they are, and being on power lines is very visible, the higher up our priorities they are. Your children have laid fairly low, and as such were, to some degree, at the bottom of our stack, and we finally made it this far, due to the recent evictions.
Speaking of cases of children, do you happen to operate in Housekeep?
I do not believe that's within our jurisdiction. I'm pretty sure Howlkeep is on a very tricky plot of land for us to really do anything about.
Mm.
Whereas
I will say,
this,
I
of
am
course, is in
aware.
a suburban neighborhood and well within our jurisdiction.
I will say, though, I am aware of a child about 15 to 16 years old who is homeless and trying to fight crime in the streets in that area.
We'll see what we can do. But as stated,
Okay.
the castle itself is on a very difficult plot of land for us to get any foothold on.
Understandable. Just don't
I know he said castle, but he needs something else. Let me get. Would you prefer some coffee or some tea?
I'll be quite fine.
Okay. Oh, wait, what?
Giving them stuff.
I mean, he's gonna be here for a while.
Yeah, that's his problem.
All right.
It makes me uncomfortable.
And I guess you're gonna be staying there until.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want something? Do you want something to drink then? No. Sure, you don't want any milk and cookies
Food.
then? No. Okay.
Don't keep your arms stretched for too long. You don't want to get yourself too tired. Oh.
Oh yes, and while there's not a whole lot of reason to ask because it's already on our records, how old is the boy?
We believe he's about 5 or 6. This
Understood.
one is an interesting case. Time travel, interdimensional stuff.
Believe me, we've heard it before. You don't need to go into details, it just makes the paperwork all messy.
I would like to
Wait.
apologize for that.
Even count.
It's fine.
The boy is less than 0.
Hold on. How did?
You want to come under their jurisdiction?
Oh God. Sorry. Sorry. RP card down. Sorry, I need to confirm that the check and still see what's going on. Check and still see what's going on. Okay. OBS just crashed on me. Anyways, RP card back up. I wasn't even aware that Poyle appeared on the records.
Stop it.
Well, we keep a close eye.
There's nothing going on here.
Wait, so does that mean you are our kid?
Makes
I mean, I didn't really doubt
far-
that before. I didn't doubt that before. I think.
As far as the government is concerned, yes. Due to the nature of this neighborhood, adoption papers are basically pointless. With so many children just kind of appearing, the fact that households will just take them in out of the kindness of their heart is greatly appreciated and makes it a lot easier than trying to find homes for them.
Yeah.
As such, simply taking in children off the street is more than welcome, and we do most of the paperwork for you without you even knowing we've done it.
I see. I would have imagined that would have been problematic hey, did you want some fish food? Oh, you just want... Oh, hey, Roomba.
Why does your
Nothing
cleaning
going on.
device have a knife?
Roomba's
Just
our
draw
guard
attention
dog.
to it, you idiot.
And it has a dangerous bladed weapon in a household with children.
Yes?
It took it from the kitchen.
The Roomba's able to get... How can something that stays on the floor get to dangerous, sharp objects that should be up on a counter?
How do you think you got up the stairs? It climbed the wall. It climbed.
Right.
This is a
I'll make
Zeneco
sure
brand
to-
Roomba. You know the ones with the jump functionality?
Yes, I'll make sure to have my comrade write that down once he's back.
Whenever he comes back.
We might be here a while.
Yeah. Look,
Yep.
Altina, I'm gonna still cook you some stuff. I know you say you're not up for anything right now, but at least cook it for whenever later on, because we don't know how long he's gonna be here for. And I certainly got to start doing the research for some of the other stuff. Heck,
Yep.
we're supposed to be getting a visit from Raw at some point too. Listen, you're not bothered by like too much sunlight, are you? We're gonna get someone who's kind of blessed by light coming in soon.
It's fine.
All right. Hey, look.
Once again, I do want to apologize about the
You two
delay.
can have a talk, okay?
It's perfectly fine. Roughly 4 or 5 houses ago, I had to deal with someone who had adopted a giant, sentient, somewhat immortal lizard that was, well, not a child.
Okay.
It got quite messy.
Actually, I'm curious. How do you process childhood in the sense of species that live up to hundreds years old?
Well, the main process is to give at least a few years, in the case of some of the slower aging races, maybe a decade, after the point of puberty has stopped.
Okay.
So once we've established when puberty for the species happens, we give them a few extra years, depending on their average lifespan, and go off of that.
What happens to a species that is childhood in the sense of species that live up to hundreds years old?
Oh.
What happened
crash?
to you?
Did I crash?
So, what
I
happens
crashed.
to a species that
Oh my god, I
is
crashed.
childhood
Are
in
you
the sense of
kidding me?
species that live up to hundreds
Oh my
years old?
god.
What happened to you? Property. So, what happens to a species that is childhood in the sense of species that live up to
Oh my god, everything. Okay.